someone has seconded your idea. So now we have 4 people who agree: Boateng, Jack, Isinam, Mariam. I think we have a solution for the. Okay, Jonathan. Yeah, bro, you go if you talk. Okay, Nanaya agrees. Hey. So Sly, you have to explain why Isinam is using your phone. Nana will say a brand no can. Okay, so Jonathan also agrees. So okay.
I think on the day of the events, we spoke about it. I also shared the view that we should buy the clothes. If we can get some, that's all. But that one is also a lot of work. I'm sure if we buy, it will lessen the workload. That is the pre-event activities.
Okay, so it's now you will have to add it to your plans because I think it's your side of things, and yeah, it may escape us, although we are capturing it in the project proposal. Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Suggestions. I didn't hear most of the things.
Okay, we are talking about the fact that we are not getting children clothing. Like, we are being honest that we are not getting children clothing. So we are looking at purchasing them, like bill basis or however we can buy them.
That's fine.
Okay, so I think those were the 2 main problems.
Don't pick something from those, and then maybe the people in the BC level or the classes for that level would again, the focus is not on the gospel, but we are just doing the school bit just to make it wholesome a bit. So again, it should still be the gospel, but then also focusing on the BEC and how to prepare and study for the BEC. My sincere suggestion.
Okay, we all agree. We all agree, but then how do we go about it? Achia, your team, how are you going to go about it? How do we? Because we should have a plan. Like, it shouldn't be just stated na ya ka saying hosa. Like, we should know what we are doing. Like, actionable way, something. So. Okay, Achia.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
I think with this, I think we can employ the teachers here the most. I don't know if we have early childhood teachers among us, because they teach those small kids, the KGs and stuff. So if we have early childhood teachers, they can help us in drawing up something for the small kids. And then for the EHS and the upper primary, I think the current version or current file is okay for them. So I think we have to sit with the teachers to help us. For the Christian aspect, we can put in something with that. But then how to go about it, I think the teachers will be of help to us. I think that's my suggestion.
Okay, so the teachers we have here, yeah, I think we are blessed with a lot of teachers. Jonathan, Comfort, LC, all of them. So we will make use of them. Then, inti should your friend is saying mentoring team handle it?
I think all of us should like you help us.
Okay, no, yeah. Let's see how it goes. And something we will.
A starting point.
Okay, so we will consider it. Okay, so
I don't think that works like that.
okay. Yeah, we will consider it. So, Jonathan, you want to say something? Okay, Nana, actually, BB. Okay, Jonathan, please, you can talk.
Okay, looking at this one, we have up to December. So, like, let's do it as like curriculum planning somewhere. We should have maybe, if possible, five-member committee. Like, they should design it last. Then we know that with these people, maybe after 3 months, we are expecting results from them, and then they will design it like proposed material that we'll be using. So we know that it's with these people, handle. Until after designing it after 3 months, then they will present it to us. Then we will look at it. If there is something that we want them to add, then they will go back to it again and they will do it. But I think that if you are leaving it in the space, a big step back for Juma. So if we want to do it, I think we should appoint or maybe interested parties who can join. Hello.
Yeah, my thing went off.
Is anybody here with me? Yeah, we are here.
Yeah, my thing went off. Sorry.
Okay. I believe said I'm Namuti.
Oh, we heard it. You are suggesting that we do it like curriculum planners. I think Nanaya too is saying something similar. So we create a committee, then we give them a deadline. So let's say by the time we resume from the break, we are about to go for the annual sabbatical. So by the time we resume by March, then if we have something to talk about or something to also preview. And I think it's a committee that will involve people with in the mentoring team. So because Monamu used to document in the most, we will come up with a team handling it. Else, if left to chance, it will just become okay. So we'll find some people and then we'll drop a link if you want to join. Then that's all. Okay. So Nanaya agree. So then that's all. Okay, three main issues I think they were very critical from the field, clothing issues and a friend is saying stationery, bag, inconsistency in sharing. So I think with the three, I think I can't was maybe I don't know, should we go through the spending of the money line by line? Because I've already shared it with you. It has always been in a group. We all know how much we raised and how the spendings went. So if there's something someone doesn't understand, I've requested for the statement too from MTN. So I'm hoping by close of the week the statement will drop so that we all see the transaction activities and everything clearly, and see what accounting skills, and you can help us with auditing the funds and all those things, so that we continue the Hope Journey culture of transparency, openness and accountability when it comes to our money. Yes, so we did well. A lot of you did extremely well for the crowdfunding we did last year. Although the monies didn't come on time, you did what you can, and you gave a lot. So God bless you for what you did. Most of you also brought people who can support us. We are not seeing your name there, but you know you brought that person. Yes. And so God bless you for what you did. And this year too, let's do more, because the reward for good work is more work. See, let's do more. Okay, Obi, a question and our contribution as to how we should go about the funds. Maybe we should stop raising the funds, or no abema is can be. Maybe we should stop the ads. Maybe there is a better way of doing the ads. There is a way we can improve things to our this is a topic, the financials. That's what we are talking about. Currently I'm displaying the finance side of things, so that if you are any so cheap people, so then you can ask a question. I don't know, Edus can be ID.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
But I honestly think we are doing everything we can with respect to the ads. I mean the flyers, the ad posting. I know that I didn't do great with it this year, but I think we are doing everything we can with that. And so I don't know if to be needing maybe nicer designs or more captivating designs next week, but I don't think we need any changes there. As to stopping the funds or soliciting for funds, I don't think we should stop, because I don't know where we'll get that money from. Even bigger NGOs like United Way and Co, they still solicit for funds. I mean, they do not use their personal funds for any project. They always have partners or sponsorships. So if we are not at that point where we have sponsorship from companies and firms yet, I don't think we should let go of our flagship means of getting funds for our projects.
Okay, so Aluta continua. We will continue this same method.
Unless you're telling us that you take on that for
No, I think I'm just I think it's a feature. It's a very cool feature in Hope Journey. So it's if it's not broken, there's no need to touch it. So it's a very.
There's nothing God cannot do. I mean, there's nothing.
Oh, it feels good when we do it this way, like the way the fans trickle in and everyone, all hands on deck. It's those things make the project. Yeah. So we just have to maintain it, and yeah, I think the only thing we couldn't do last year was we couldn't do the distribution tracker, and mostly we write the names of the people who received the bag and all those. We couldn't do that, and we started sending appreciation messages and letters to people. Because some of the people, I actually sent proposal letters to them, some of the individuals here. So if you send a proposal letter to someone and they do something for you, don't send an SMS. So you have to send an appreciation letter to them. So some of them, we are sending those things to them, so that they will know that we appreciate what they did for us, and then they should do more. Then send some. So.
And I think we are, if not the only people or group who does this, and it's really humbling that in a world where people are starting to keep everything to themselves, like not give a lot, people still go out of the way to help us raise this amount of money, and so it's I think everyone is like, I mean,
also I think this whole strategy is the reason why we are still independent, like how we do our things. Because if your friend is saying we start going out, I was saying it at the 101 that the moment you start taking outside money, apart from how we solicit for funds internally and with the crowdfunding, every money comes with do this for me attached to it. So you begin diluting what you are doing. Yes, and so we need to, your friend is saying, stick to it and improve it, because it works. It works. If I always say this thing, if everyone does what they are supposed to do in the system created, everything will function well. But things begin to go south when we don't do what we are supposed to do. Then later we start turning our heads back and pointing hands. Until we've done well, especially the associates and the friends who keep posting it. To be a house or a nopa and only first posting. Some of you dedicated your DPs. I feel finally made me birthday into me as some DP kakra. Some of you dedicated your DP to your friend is saying this whole course, and it's very humbling, and God bless you. Okay, so we'll move to the draft. We will just look at something we are working on this year, where we are going, so that we will just touch on AOBs, because we have to finish before 8. So Patrol, anything with money, you see?
Yeah, before that.
Yeah, bro.
On the money and the appreciation issue.
Okay, yeah.
I got 2 friends to be donating regularly. And one of them giving me concerns that the other one got a call of appreciation and paid their gathering. I'm consultant. Why this guy needs to football outfit? Nobody bought.
Okay. So with the first person, what I was doing was I realized that earlier in the year some people were giving even when we've not started the crowdfunding. I think the person
They started to give an argument. So who of them?
yes.
The thing is, one day you called one. I think it was about, I don't know, but someone called one of them and then the other.
Yeah, so I personally called the person, and then I thanked the person. But the thing is, the other person was using, your friend is saying, I think the person was using merchant's account or something. Tina, we could not see the name. Like regularly, me share statements. I downloaded the statement from the MTN, then the people who donate, and we just call them and say thank you to them. So thank you, never. It will even come in the form of a letter and a phone call with a pan chopper. No Christmas activities, boss, and was a Jumel end of year reports near identity. We will do it. Because we realize that people still like appreciation and those things. So yeah. In team Pacho, Obiso or friend Bia, you think that we have to send them a special thank you, need those things. You can let us know, so that we will maintain such good individuals who love what we are doing, and let them know that we appreciate what they do. Okay. So this year we are looking at I picked something from what Watkins said during the 101, and unfortunately sometimes if something enters my head, where there's a major, so it's like we for the last 3 years we've been focusing more on efficiency, and by God's grace we have a system functioning right now. I think if some of us don't go on the field, I'm sure things will work like how it's supposed to be because we have a system running. However, we are losing a part of ourselves, which is focusing more on missionary efforts and evangelism. You could see clearly from the lack of participation in evangelism when people were filling forms. A lot of people filling form food other parts near there, but evangelism was nation. This year, that's what we are focusing on. 3 John 5:8. We are looking at sending them on their way in a manner worthy of God, for they went out for the sake of the name. Therefore, we ought to support such men, so that we may be followers, workers with the truth. We are going to do missionary work in a manner worthy of God. Those who will be doing missionary work we will support. Either we support those who do missionary work, give tools or things they need to do missionary work. Like if you can't go yourself, you hold your friend is saying, the rope for those going down there, well, so that they can get there, win the souls. Or we find a way to go about it. So this year, Hope Journey is focusing more on our core, the whole missionary efforts. Yes, we do missionaries via missionary activity, evangelism via the mentoring session. However, we are neglecting the adults, and we still have to look at that side. Until this year, we are revisiting our missionary objectives, and then prioritize those sides as a goal. So we will be breaking it into actionable items and execute it clearly. Until two things: the missionary side of things, like evangelism side of things, and then the detailed part of some of our courses. Yes, so because while we were doing the thing, I was going around and looking at some of the things, and I realized that we still have to dig deeper into some of the things and question some of the things and fix some of the details over there, like some of the courses. Yes, so that's what we discussed earlier: the stationery, the clothing, and the mentoring session. So those are the things we are looking at. See, any ideas as to how we can do this whole evangelism thing well, inspire people to go for missions, a way we can revive ourselves, because all of a sudden Nana, I think I didn't see your contribution. I'm sorry, Nana. Okay, so all right. So a way we can do the missionary thing well. We used to do house-to-house evangelism. We used to have a dedicated seminar for evangelism, and then now when we call for evangelism, people don't come. When we even create a whole course for it, people don't show up. Yes, so we need to, your friend is saying, look at that side of things. So any ideas? But I'm thinking of a standalone program. I'm not done with the proposal, so now we have the draft. So when you say something, we will draft it down. Sly is enough.
I am here. Anyway, Bashomidas, talking of evangelism, I was actually thinking, this work, it's mostly connected to reaching out to the little children, okay, giving them the love and the affection that Jesus would do for them if he was to be the one present with us. And I think if God has given us the opportunity to reach out to them in the first place, I think the best place to start from will be there. And say opportunity never in your real community. We are trying to find a way to talk smaller groups, smaller cells, then we enter into the schools. Then we show them what we are made of. We show them pictures of what you've done before. And then we talk to them so we can find an actual time, especially maybe their Wednesday worships and only at them. We find a particular time beyond when we go there, we talk to them about all of these things. It might be 1 week, it might be 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. We go to them, talk to them about the work and what we stand for, and also share the gospel with them. When they get the news and they have that experience, I believe they will be the first people to even carry out that work. Basically advertising to media. Say they are all making a school and go for people in chain, or money about between Yamiasem, or mobile pie, my almost your way see. Baby by the disabled Bruno Bessa Baba Betty. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. So that's my suggestion.
Okay. So we go there during their friend is saying Wednesday class or during school period to preach to them. It will be feasible when the place is closer, but it will be a bit difficult when for example Anke Dream Badia or so I think we will tailor it to the place we will go. So it's a very laudable thing, and we'll do it that way. Pacho, and any counter idea or something to add up to what he said? Maybe you think it's feasible, it's not feasible. Okay, Jonathan.
Yeah, with the evangelism aspect more, what he's saying, I'm seeing it to be like we will go there before the specific date, right? That is how I understand what he said. But I'm thinking of me myself. I'm in a group. Okay, that is what we normally do. We normally.
Can you come again? My network. Jonathan, and please, can you say it again? Okay, so for perspective's sake, while we are waiting for Jonathan, please, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So for perspective's sake, yeah, Hope Journey used to do this. This is what a typical Hope Journey evangelism structure was like. We have every July on Sunday we go to the place, the mission field. Then we collaborate with the church in the place, because we are not a church. We think we shouldn't be a church. We are a para-church organization. We assist the churches to do things well. So we work with the churches over there. Sometimes we get Pentecost, sometimes we get Methodist. Any church correct church around. We think that they are doctrinally sound. We work with them. Then we go house to house. So ours was a house to house evangelism. So we go, we preach the gospel to the people in the whole place. We group ourselves into teams. So I think that the teams were named after a friend is saying the disciples. So you could be in a Paul team, Titus, those things, all those names in the Bible. Yeah. Until you go with your team members, then you witness to the people in a group, because sometimes one person will be preaching the gospel, then the other person will be praying for the person in his head. And so we used to do that. That's what we used to do. While the teams were going around and we are quote unquote claiming the town for God, we have another team visiting the various churches in the town, distributing Bibles to them as a gift, and because we realized that it was something which was not being done, and although it was being done, krana not effective. So the very first edition, some of the editions we gave some of the places cheap Bibles so that they can use it during Bible reading, like when they are doing Bible reading in their various churches, because Bibles in those places are very scarce to come by. And then we had assistance from Free Bibles from Africa, so we were giving them King James Bibles, which I wasn't happy with it, but I don't know how you can only give what you have. That's another thing too. We were doing alongside. So that is the original thing we were doing, and we wanted to do it alongside the mentoring session and everything. So while another team was doing the clothes, another team was doing the health screening, another team was doing this. So another team will be going around house to house preaching to the people. But this year they are feeling from Obian selected house to house evangelism. And from what I was hearing, people were like they are interested, but they are also interested in the other things too. So it means we have to go back to the original thing we do. And Sly is suggesting that we can use the Wednesdays in the schools near there, of which someone who has even proposed another idea before this. The person was like, we can organize programs in the various secondary schools and all those things. Just that I just look at the budget and I just didn't want to even talk about it. Yes, because sound and all those things will be expensive. Like you go there a whole week, you are organizing activities, meeting clubs and societies, and using the opportunity to preach to them. That's something someone also proposed, but only meeting where I say Eben proposed that one. But I was looking at the budget. So this is what Sly 2 is saying. But Jonathan was saying something and he went off. So on Canadian is to meet here. Then okay, Jonathan, you are back. Please continue.
So Nanisha said, I have this particular group. That is what we normally do. But ours, we normally spend the whole week there. So sometimes we go on Sunday, then we come back the following Sunday.
Okay.
So if we are partner with Hope Jenny, then maybe your location. If everything goes on well, we will take the lead to the place. So the day you come, maybe you leave us there.
I like this. Okay.
If we're able to talk to them, I'm also part, so like we'll be talk to them, we agree, then we can select a particular location for the Christmas, and then we'll go there as part of Hope Journey program. Then we'll be doing that, so you come, then maybe if you leave us or we'll go with you, then that one there.
Okay. So we can even embed what Sylvester is saying, like so some of the activities involved will be like your friend is saying, going to the school, introduce Hope Journey to them, all those things. Yeah, so that I think that it will be a practice. Let's see how we go about it. But I think it being a standalone program may help rather than embedding it and adding it to the win. So let's see how I'm jotting it down. And pacho group no now do we are sending me na ya show money man I should say bia meet Hope Journey's we are and near synchronize it then. Okay. Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
I mean, it's I don't know if I understood what went on right now or I fully grasped everything, but what I got from it is with what Jonathan was saying, we might partner with them to do the evangelism, right?
Yeah.
What was that about, like leaving them there, like, because what I understood is we would kind of like
It's like we are outsourcing evangelism to someone, eh? Oh, I mean, it's an idea, so we will shape it into something. Yeah.
And I understand that, and then I understand what you're trying to say. Like maybe because of Hope Journey, they might choose whatever location we choose. I understand that, but still, it still gives me the vibe of we are outsourcing Hope Journey, like the evangelism part of our project. And so I just have a question about, like, in as much as we are trying to spread the gospel to people, don't we also need the gospel ourselves? I mean, going on these evangelisms not only help the recipients of the good news of the Bible, but also helps us also grow and learn as we continue to strive towards becoming Christ-like, right? And so, if we are doing this, it should be something that should probably be on the heart of everyone, not like being forced on everyone, but that is our main purpose. I mean, that is our main thing in life. I mean, unless you're not a Christian, you're on here, but if you're a Christian, that is
no. The requirement to be here is a Christian. If you're not a Christian, I remember there was someone who wanted to join and he couldn't join because he was a Muslim. The requirement account, you should be a Christian. Yeah.
So then, I think when it even comes to evangelism, if we should eventually decide to do it separately on a separate day from the Xmas event, it should honestly, everyone should probably have the desire to, should commit to getting this done or going on the evangelism, since it's not really an option. At the end of the day, you're not just spreading the gospel to people, but you are doing your Christian duty as a child of God.
Okay.
And so maybe like we won't force it on people, but it's actually a must. We are not forcing it to, but I think it's supposed to be a must. I mean, evangelism is not really an option. I mean, if you're a Christian, which we are all Christians, I mean, per what the requirement is to be part of the team and the group. So, I mean, in as much as Jonathan's idea and partnership, it's fantastic, it's amazing. Of course, Hope Journey does not probably have the resources to be there for 1 week, so it's great. But in as much as Jonathan would want their group to help us execute that part of our project, I think we should also, if we are doing it for a day or two, we should all be involved.
Okay.
And not just make it seem like we are delegating it or we are also going to Jonathan's group.
Okay. So it's a laudable thing you are saying. Yeah, we shouldn't be doing it there. But then the good thing about partnership is people support you when at a place where you are weak, and we will not get solution if we don't admit that we are weak over there. We are weak because if you release a form and you have only 3 people selecting that they would go and do the evangelism, and those 3 people are the on-field project person, the person handling the project manager on the field, and then the coordinator, and then the team lead for the house to house. It means the majority, the people don't want it, so we are a bit weaker over there. So if you have someone, another group helping you on that side, which I'm sure that some of us will be interested in maybe going earlier with them if we are doing it that way, hypothetically. It's this year Mizu Brofi. It's a more pragmatic way of handling the issue. So we have to, I know Sly will laugh. It's a more pragmatic way of handling this whole issue, because if they are good over there, and by God's grace we are also blessed with the finance and strategies and ideas, we combine, then we go there, their evangelism side brush off us, we learn from them, and then your friend is saying, day to day learn how to work efficiently and how to be serious on the field, and or any other thing maybe they are also lacking. Jonathan, no offense, maybe like any other thing you people have issues with, you can also learn something from Hope Jenny, and win-win for the two groups. I think it's a very cool approach we can use. And do you have something to say again, or the other one?
Yes,
Okay.
I totally understand that too. But I believe that before we can make any changes, we would have to take accountability for what it actually is happening, which is we have a weak, evangelism team, or like that aspect of our project is weak. Then if we issue out a form and then nobody signs up, then I guess we have to take a look at our purpose again, because you cannot be doing mission work. The mission work is just an add-on. It's not the main thing, right? Because at the end of the day, it's sharing the thing there, the banner there, sharing, spreading the good news of God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if we have this a very important aspect of our project, or even probably the main focus of our group, because if a Muslim cannot join the group, then it's very, very serious. That means our focus is just focused on Christians and building our own Christian lives. You cannot go and be, it's just like a pastor preaching to congregation, and then at the end of the day he will go to, like, he's doing things that might not take him to heaven.
Child, so will be a pigeon and say there.
But not take him to heaven. And so if that aspect of our is that weak, then maybe we should communicate what the purpose of this group is to, like, all of us. Because you cannot be a Christian and not, I know that a lot of us do not like evangelism. A lot of Christians do not like evangelism. That it's not even any news. But if we've gotten the chance to do it on maybe it might not be a bigger platform, but if we've gotten a chance to really impact people who actually will be impacted, I don't think we should be making it an option or trying to. I know that you don't like for us to, or for it to seem like we are imposing things on people, because number one, it's a free will thing we are doing, so you can't really force people or impose certain, like, you can't be really strangers in certain things. But I think if this is the only aspect of our group that we have to be stringent on, I think we should, because there is, like, for every group, every organization to thrive, sometimes you need very hard and rules, like very, very stringent rules. Like, you have to play by the book, because Tesla and all those big firms are not just thriving because they have everyone doing like what they are doing or what they want to do. They are riding by some very, very stringent rules. They may have flexible ones, but there are some of them that is definitely negotiable. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm trying to, like, impose, but like I guess I'm just very passionate about this.
You are telling the truth, so also.
That it doesn't make sense to me that we would be doing mission work for people we cannot go and preach to, or we don't feel like preaching to. The mission work is an add-on. Everybody can do Papa. That mission work everybody can do. Emotions are doing it. Everybody's doing it. What makes us stand out is the gospel that we attach to it.
Okay. Yeah, so your concerns are well accepted. Rachel.
Hello. Okay, so I think I just realized that. Hello. So I think I just realized. I think we put there was a hold on the house-to-house evangelism, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's also from there.
Yeah, the moment I can say it's about numbers, you know. We had a new hand raised. Right now, what we are dealing with, it's a very interesting thing. Okane can be called spare. Nothing for the evangelist. So she was in charge of the evangelist. That's why, like, also now Jack is here raising his hand because the bass because you are talking about numbers. But then Jack, before you come, Sly, because Sly raising himself before you.
Okay, Medasi. I think said Marianne. What she was saying, it was really on point. The ultimate purpose and the core assignment Jesus gave to us is to go out there and win souls, right? Preach the gospel. And then he also said in Matthew 25, when I was in prison, you didn't come and you didn't visit me. When I was in the hospital, you didn't visit me. When I had no clothes and all of that. So all of the doing good and the philanthropy work, it's there. It has its place. But the core motive or the core reason why we are doing all of the things we are doing is so that people will get to know Jesus and people will come. But here is the issue. The truth of the matter is nobody wants to go for evangelism. Not even the people who claim they want to go. It's not true. Nobody wants to go. No, Obia Ferry. So on Ferry, because if we should be really honest with ourselves and claim that we really want to go for evangelism, nobody should push you to go for evagelism. You should start on your own individual basis.
This is why I don't like compulsion. You get like this whole thing she was talking about. That's why I don't like the compulsion.
Yeah, because Jesus said, "Go ye into all the world and preach." Your neighborhood includes the world, right? The people you hang out with includes the world. If it is hard and difficult for you to preach Jesus, not to advise them to preach Jesus, the gospel to them. If we carry you from your town or your place and we take you into a village and we tell you enter into somebody's house to preach, you will not even know what you are going to say. It's going to be a problem. So
a very interesting take on the matter. This is why we created Evangelism 101 for some of these conversations, but and also the same thing. Okay, Jack. And then as someone, yeah, senior ultimate, sir.
Yeah, bro. I think we have to go back. The evangelism we are talking about now, it's you and I know that it's before you can do it better, you need time. So at first, I think the new members don't really know Jenny how we do our evangelism. At first, like you know that before you the house to house you can go. It's a new day. It's a fresh day for that, like a whole day. So if we can do this evangelism well, we have to go back to what we were doing at first, getting a deal for that. Because you know before we are by going, we have to be that maybe my comprehensive to pray the whole day. We have to pray very, very well because we are going out to spread the word. We're meeting so many things, people asking you questions, you have to prepare very well as how we have been doing it at first. So we have to go back. If we want to do this evangelism very, very well, we just have to go back to our house evangelism as we were doing at first. And secondly, after programs like Xmas with the village, we can't really do evangelism that very day. Very, if you want to do it to the standard, we can't do it. If we can do it, then maybe we have to get there early, do our meeting early morning. Once you are even, or you depend if you are for a group, we just take you out. Those who are willing to go. If you are from food, we take some people from food, maybe health, clothes, just to, once we are doing it, then they are also in the village doing the evangelism. Other than that, we can't do anything better or to the expectation that we want. So I think we have to go back to 101, house to house evangelism after our Xmas with the village.
Okay. I think I'll side with what Jack is saying, and you see, Sly, before we got here, before COVID, and before the academic calendar changed and things became messed up, this is what we were doing. It was a more structured something. We have a day for prayers. We meet at either Pentecost, any church. We go there. We pray for what we do. Then we have a dedicated day, like what you are saying. You know, we pick a place. Then we all go, because, like you said, evangelism is best than when you go and do it. It is experiential. You only learn it on the field. Yes, so we like to use that word field. Indeed, that's what we used to do. So with what Rachel is saying, the thing is, people are in other teams, and so we have to be truthful to ourselves. On that same day, we won't get it, because those same people, maybe you have LC doing mentoring session, you have Rachel assisting with food, if your friend is a Jack and so war panning on one side, Jack is with health, he's interested in evangelism, but we are tired. I'm sorry, but then we are trying our best to record so that we upload it on YouTube later. Sorry for your network challenge. Your friend is saying we are able to, if we're able to get a dedicated day, those side of issues, because after the D-Day, you are tired. That's the truth. And before the D-Day, some of us work overtime for a day before. So me, for instance, sometimes on a D-Day, I'm either overly irritated or something by like my brain. I'm because the day before be my clothes sorting. My sister near my BC team waiting for the following day. Like you are overly stressed. Into the program is not the morning alone. The whole weekend only the plan is our program. So be do no break. So we need to have a dedicated way. I have a plan in my head. Later we will have to. Your friend is saying, work it out. I'm thinking of something like an Easter event, Hope Journey Easter event. So we just balance something like for Easter, so that will be for the evangelism dedicated one. Then one will be for the Christmas event, because if we don't give it a dedicated day and as a dedicated event, we may not do it well. Like what she's saying, Esinam is saying that it's not like we don't want to do the evangelism. Some people are also in other teams, so yeah, we get a dedicated day. So I think that what majority of us are all saying is that we get a dedicated day. We detach it from, because the IS said 3 times we've added it to the Xmas event and we don't feel that side. And so I was discussing it with Rachel and I was like, people should just join there where they used to be. And she was the only person who had another team, so she just joined her full team back. And yeah, so it's not like people don't want to do it, but yeah. So I think we Hope Journey Easter event, Hope Journey Christmas event, then we balance it out and see, because Easter no cry, yeah, the Dane picnic now, yeah, the no drinks anyway for ampene FIFA tea the back kwa adwuma amanyame. Nti we have to strategize towards it, and because with that, and we will have holiday too around that time. And then since we have men like Sylvester and Jack Demsa, omopese omoye adwuma manyame die na omedi anim na yawakoka asem no. Nti I think we have a solution for the house to house, and I'm very happy about it. Nti sequentially, this is how we are going to do things. Sequentially, we will be going for break. Ideally, we are supposed to have a break from 1st January to March, but we normally do the meeting. This meeting was supposed to be done on 1st January, but 31st and Nami who say impehine abre. We shifted it to today. They are the Mahama at Naso. We will resume in March, because so many activities are also during the ending part of the year, and Hope Journey shouldn't be consuming the lives of people. So the only thing that will be running is the Hope Journey devotional, the community devotional, the one the team does, Rachel's team, Hope Diary team, what they do. So every morning they will be updating us. See that one there, they won't go for break. Nyamia semi intimi go break one. Ti anopebia ebe devotion in a group. Then there is another conversation space, the narrow way. It's in there. This thing you can join. Sometimes we drop memes there. We ask questions there. The group needs me. We are now sorry one day. So it's a very interesting place, and and also it won't go for break, because it's a conversation and a conversation space, and it's not an activity. So then your friend is saying after that we will do the first quarter meeting. So we will do the first quarter meeting to look at some of these things we spoke about. Mentoring team no on way na ad hoc committee we created for the content for the mentoring guide. Has it been done? If it's been done, what do we think? What they created, is it good for the people, or there is something we have to add to make it better, like those things. So we will discuss those things during for anything the first quarter meeting. Then in April we will look at a search for a new destination where we will be operating. We will be doing the Xmas event like for this year. Then sorry, you can see 2024 there because it's a draft from the previous year. Some of the things will be edited out, but it's the same concept. Then after that, we will visit the what we normally do is we announce that we want new destination. Hope Journey is an online community, so we open up to our people. Oh, okay, Sly. Okay, thank you so much for your nice takes on issues, and I think we have to. You should be coming for the meetings often. Okay, the friend is saying we will announce to the community that this is what we want to do. We want to go again. So the community will respond. Friends in the community, people who are friends of our friends, will respond to what we are doing. Then mostly they submit names of places. Last year we got a lot of places in Volta region, and so we are looking at Volta, and we have a request too from Afram Plains, and we also have a request from Ada, and also places around Eastern region. Indeed, when they submit their request, then the ones that will receive more votes from our people, we go and look at the place. Then the top 3 places now a bit meeting requirements, we will put it in the community like we did this year. Then the people in the community will vote whilst we are praying that the Lord will direct us and guide us so that we will have a better place to visit, a place He think they need the gospel and all those things. We are praying and waiting on Him. Then after that, through His own provision, the voting will lead to a place. Then after that, we do the announcement. So it's a very systematic way. Then in June we will start looking at bag issues. The second half of the year, we start looking at bag issues, bag design, and all those things. Until that's when Mary Ann's team will become active. Then we start the online fundraiser in June 3. Then this time I don't know whether we will still do clothes collection. That one will depend on what Isina and the Dockers book thinks. Then we'll do the second quarter meeting in June to review what we are doing. Like, if you think something we are doing is wrong, you don't wait till the D-Day, then you come and tell us, we could do this, we could do that. So that's why we do the quarter meetings, so that we get things right. Then after that, we will do the third quarter meeting again, and then but before the third quarter meeting, we will do the evangelism 101, the E101, the 101 gathering, in September. We will do that. I'm sure by that time, then a lot of people are back on vacation, and we do that. But this plan is tentative; it's a draft. So I will drop the link in a group so that all of you have edit access, so you can use your Google account to edit something. We will say it's there, like it's a group work we are doing, so you can also edit the content over there. Then sometimes someone will comment that I don't agree with you. We used to do that. You won't say one thing, there is a whole conversation on that thread. We used to do that, and it was so nice. You won't say a bachelor, then Marianne will come and write, then this person will write. It was so nice. So you can contribute to it. Then a friend is saying we'll do the last quarter meeting, and then we'll do the Xmas events. So later we will add the budget to the plan and all those things. Indeed, as a team lead, I think one of the things you should be doing is you should be looking at these things often. Ebu aha budget in team. Last year it happened to some people. Obu aha na yemfa say be awo amount 3,000 for your side, but you will need maybe 5,000 for your side. But then eventually it happens on that day. Now targeted budget for the program is lower than what we could even raise. Be looking at it a woman now I refer to the way, and now you can be checking on the website too for updates. Okay, so I think we are through with the planning. Any other business, any other thing you think we should discuss, then we bring the meeting to an end.
I know that you said the Easter event was an idea for now, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's an idea I'm trying to explore, but it's like it crossed my mind, but me like me further and better particulars for it yet. So for now it will remain an idea, and we will update the house on it through the plan. Yeah, but it's an evangelism focused project. Yeah. Esinam.
So, the last time I couldn't join the briefing after the program. During the last program we had, we could see that a lot of the adult students. So, but later on, we saw them coming out, and I interacted with some of them, and they said that they didn't know about the program. They didn't hear about it, so I don't know how best we can work around that next time.
Yes, I think this is an issue with Oli Sansami. Yeah, because it was a problem with the assemblyman. I think say oya announcement no see nipa no man ekoya announcement no nipa no ekoka nkora ne pe, then later ne also moko campaign phone inti on a D-Day no na campaign phone D no, so it's a blunder. I think so. And another problem too is the targeted person we had for the program your friend is saying the contact person, that's the correct word. Stop being a contact person. You tell her, please, I want you to do this for me, and then the person is giving you excuses that unknown tinakrum or those things. You can even get at someone, but yeah. So Niana Messiah assemblyman. In fact, our first contact person was the Sansami chief, and he also neglected the project until the D-Day. And I'm saying so it's something little that happened with the place that it affected us greatly, so we will take note of it and we will do the right thing. Maybe if because later I went through the town and I was telling people that we are doing this there, but I know it was late. So Banka mostly need the man assembly men now announcement. So and Osha Dan, we didn't have that problem. Osha Sans remember it too. We didn't have that problem. So it's just a peculiar issue that happened. So yeah, I'm sure it won't happen again. Please, any other business, and I hope you are well answered.
So when we were talking about the source funding source, there was someone who said that he introduced some friends who were, I think, making monthly payments towards the whole grant as early as
January.
Yes, it's actually something that I was thinking about, because I know that I am one of the corporates that wait the last minute gang. I know that probably I'm even the head of that gang. And so I just wanted to encourage everybody, like, I mean, if you know you can maybe start making maybe 10 cities, 20 cities, like every month or every 2 weeks or every week towards the bags. I think you can start now, and I think it would all help when we finally get to that juncture of aggressively soliciting for funds. So please, we beg, since it's the only source of funds we have at the moment, please, we beg, if you can afford it, you can also, try to take that route by starting to make, very, not little. I'm going to use little, but it doesn't mean that we consider your money little. I mean, small payments, whilst, we wait to finally get to that point of starting fundraising fully. God bless you. God bless you very much for all the
all the contributions you start making from this January. God bless you. We appreciate you.
Okay, so I think it's a laudable point, and then we can all we have a due, so but the reason why the dues is silence is we don't want to become another organization bedding people, and so yes, you share once and then you give. So we have a yearly 120 cedis dues, 10 cedis every month. Until you can give that amount to, or every month. So those of you who are working there, you can give more than that, and because we are planning an Easter event low key, and we are trying to visualize and put everything together so that it will make sense, and we will edit the idea. So we will need money for that, and if we start donating and we start giving the money, that's when we can be able to do nice things on the field for ourselves and for the people too. Because if in the end now you don't have the thing, it becomes something else. And it's not by force. Like if you have, then you give. Okay, AOBs. Okay.
An idea on the Easter event. I think it will work best if we shift our yearly calendar. I don't think we can do the Easter and the Xmas at the same village. Because around Easter we will now be selecting the village. The calendar should shift for the Easter event to happen maybe in the following year. That's my more feasible.
Okay. Yeah, we will consider that. Because I think at this year Easter time, it will be matchable, and it's the same time we are doing the destination thing. Yeah, so we need to consider it, and we will see how best we can execute it, and so that it won't flop.
I think Easter this year is somewhere late April.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll be doing voting and selection, and we'll be on the field. So we have to reshape our calendar, like what Boateng is saying. Okay, any other thing? Any other business? Any other thing you think? Yeah. Okay. Then we'll bring the meeting to an end. It's been a very successful meeting. I've learned a lot of things I didn't know, and there are a lot of things we need to go and work on. So someone should say a prayer, and then Patrick, and I'm a boy near start here. Those of you where I'm saying person bono. So Pablo, someone should say a prayer. I am interactive. Until I'm will be for airborne.
Okay, I'll pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for helping us have this discussion, and we thank you for it being fruitful. We pray that everything that we've discussed here, you would help us be able to achieve it even in this year 2025. We pray that you will give us the resources to continue to support this cause. In the name of Jesus, we pray that you protect our families, you protect us until the day you come. In the name of Jesus, we are prayed with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Okay, Ebushanfo Afishapa.
All right, bye.
Bye. Those of you here, I'm joining. I'm Kodai.